I want to start this video off by stating that the first ever Superman media that I was exposed to was Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and the Injustice games. That was Superman to me. I never got to see the old cartoons with Superman. I never got to see the old movies with Superman. I didn't see Justice League Unlimited. None of those. The very first thing of Superman that I knew was Snyder versus Superman, Batman v Superman, and the Injustice games. With that being said, and the fact that I even grew up with those films, and by the way, not saying that those are bad in any way. I actually really like Snyder's Superman. With that being said, though, I'm actually excited for this movie. I don't know why, but there's this online discourse between Snyder fans and James Gunn fans stating how this movie can't be good because it's not like the Snyderverse or something like that. I don't really understand that whole thing of the internet. Just know I am a Snyder fan and a James Gunn fan. I think they're both very good directors. I like what both Supermans seem to be, and I actually really like this version of Superman. I like how the colors pop in this film, the way it looks. I like his suit. The only gripe I have with his suit actually are like the random lines he has. I think it would have been better if they just took out the lines. I'm not gonna lie. And if this movie gets a sequel, and James Gunn, by the fucking luck of God, happens to come across this video, please take off the lines on his suit. That's like literally the only thing I don't like about his suit at all. One thing I was fangirling about the trailers is the fact that when Clark Kent gets interviewed, his voice changes from Clark Kent to Superman. I think it's really rare that like live action Supermans do that. I think there's only one other Superman that did that, and like that was like the early Superman movies. I don't remember what the director's name was or the voice actor's name was. I just know that like it was like very like what was it, like 1980s 1990s. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I like that Clark Kent seems to be like very friendly, very goofy. Like I also like the fact that he looks different. Like he slumps over, I think, like a little bit when he's Clark Kent compared to when he's Superman. Like he slumps a bit. I like he looks smaller a little bit. Like when you see him with Jimmy Olsen, he looks a lot smaller, but then when you see him as Superman, like he definitely looks a bit different. I like Crypto. I think Crypto's awesome. I saw a lot of discourse about the fact that Superman gets hurt by Crypto like pouncing on him, and I have to say, people who have that like that don't like that part about it, I think you just don't own a dog, like, or you don't own a rowdy dog. I've had so many dogs in my life, and almost all of them play fight with me. Like that's what dogs do, and sometimes they play fight a bit rough. Like sometimes it hurts, they'll bite. Like sometimes they go a little overboard. That's fine. They also play fight to cheer somebody up. And considering the fact that in this scene, Superman looks like he got his ass beat, Crypto's mind is probably just like, oh damn, he looks like he's just going through it. Let me cheer him up. You know, I think that's kind of cute actually. And that's just like a whole other thing about the discourse around this movie. It's so annoying. People are saying like, oh, Superman's like demasculated because he gets hurt. And it's like, I think you're more of a man if you fall down and get back up than just never fall down in the first place. I don't know why him being hurt or him like getting like seeing scenes of him accepting help from others is like not a manly thing, when that's probably like one of the most manly things you can do is accept help when you clearly fucking need it. Like, I don't know. I just think that's kind of stupid. One of my favorite scenes in the trailer was literally when Superman like goes into like the crater and like there's like a random bystander. He's like Superman, and he's like, and like Superman, like he picks him up, and Superman's like using him as support to stand up. I think that's so cool. That's such a cool thing to do. I hope, because Superman and Lois did this, I hope they do the scene where Superman saves a kid and the kid's like, hey, cool suit, and Superman's like, thanks, my mom made it for me, and he like flies off. I thought that was so cool when they did that in Superman and Lois. I hope they do the same thing here, where he's like, where it's a reference to how, because I think people forget Superman's suit is made from his mom, and I think that's so like human and cool. I think that's like again, I think that's really cool. I like that they reference it though in the trailer, where although it's not directly stated that she made it, like there's like a scene where it's like, have your boots cleaned, I'll go get them, and then I think that's actually kind of cute that they do that for Clark. I think that's awesome. I also like the actors. I like how Lois Lane is portrayed in this film, where when she's an interviewer no matter who she's interviewing. Like the fact that she does not let Clark slide with some of the shit that's going on in the movie. I like that the idea of like the main conflict of the film is Superman is a hero for the world, not for the United States, but people don't understand that. So when Superman tries to save people from around the world, they think, oh, look at this American trying to like, you know, put his nose in the business where he doesn't belong. I like that idea, because the one thing I like about Superman as a character is that he is a hero for everyone. Not for America, not for a specific group of people. He is everyone's hero. If anyone is in danger, he will go and he will save them. I think that's awesome. And I like that we're bringing back that type of Superman, where he's not bound by like barriers or bound by like what am I thinking? Borders. He's not bound by borders. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. If he can hear you, he's gonna save you. If you call for help, he is there, and I think that's awesome. I like that they're trying to put that version of Superman more into the limelight. I am hoping this movie is good. I'm really hoping. Like, there's 2 superhero movies I'm excited for this year, and it is the Fantastic Four, which got a new trailer that I'm probably gonna talk about in another video, and this movie. I'm actually excited. I've seen some complaints. Like my best friend, when we watched the Minecraft movie, the Superman trailer came on, and he said that he wasn't really excited for the movie because it doesn't look good in his eyes. And if that's one of your complaints, you know, more power to you. I'm not gonna lie. If you don't like the way this movie looks, I love the way this movie looks. If you don't like the way this movie looks, that's fair. You know, like it's definitely a new era of superhero films we're entering in, where they're starting to add more color. And we're probably in that grace period of, you know, it's not quite right for some people. Like the Fantastic Four is also a new colorful superhero film we're getting this year, and this movie obviously is also like another colorful movie we're getting this year. I hope we get more colorful superhero films though going forward, because I like, guys, hot take, I like the way the characters look in the comics. And surprise, surprise, the comics are colorful. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, for example, Thunderbolts. You know, not that colorful as a film. That's fine, honestly, because it fits the theme. But like Captain America: Brave New World, I guess, you know, not being very colorful kind of fits because they're trying to go for like a Winter Soldier vibe. But the fact that like just now recently we're starting to get like more colorful comic accurate suits instead of just going for like gritty realism. Don't get me wrong, I like realistic suits. Like, I like the way Captain America's suit is in the MCU, where it's more like military based, because, well, no shit, he's part of the fucking military. Like, yeah, I would take a militarized Captain America suit over a comic accurate Captain America suit, mainly because I think it fits his character more. Like, my favorite Captain America suit, I think, is the one in Winter Soldier or Civil War. I think that's like the best he's gotten. But like some suits where it's like over militarized, like I don't know, fucking Falcon. I think Falcon would have been cooler if it was more comic accurate. Or even Ant-Man. Actually, Ant-Man's perfect. Like, Ant-Man's one of those characters where I don't think he needs a militarized look. I think if he went comic accurate, it's fine. Like, it'd look actually way better. Same thing with like the fucking X-Men. Like, as I don't like the old X-Men suits, I think they look better if they were more comic accurate. Like the comic accurate Wolverine we got in Deadpool, I love it. Like, I fangirled because I like it. I like the suits for the Fantastic Four we're getting. I like that we're not getting dark blue anymore. Holy shit. Heck, the fucking Fan 4 stick in 2015 wasn't even going for blue. They just went black. They said, fuck it, we're going black this time. Like, come on. The Fantastic Four are like bright blue and white. That's the Fantastic Four's color scheme. And the fact that it took us how long to get a fucking movie that even wants to approach that color scheme is insane. And the fact that it's, what? When was the last time we got a Superman where he had red underwear? How long has it been? Decades. It's been decades since Superman has had red underwear. That's insane. That's like, that's such an iconic, it's so iconic because it splits up his suit. It's not just blue with a red cape. The red underwear split it up a bit to make it easier on the eyes. And the fact that we haven't had that for decades is insane. Anyway, that was just me yapping in the mic. I'll see y'all later. I'll probably talk about the Fantastic Four movie next week. Like and subscribe if you like hearing me yap. Bye-bye.